Welcome to the Pub Sports Radio NHL Play of the Day for Thursday, May 6th. Ian Cameron with you. We just keep on rolling along with the Pub Sports Radio NHL Plays of the Day. It has been an absolutely fantastic streak with these plays. Thanks for the kind words. We'll try to keep the great run going with these Play of the Day winners in NHL action. Let's go to the New York Rangers taking on the Boston Bruins tonight for the Play of the Day on this Thursday card. We've got the Boston Bruins around minus 250, massive favorites at home in this one against the Rangers. The total is 5.5. And if you are a situational bettor and handicapper, and you like good spots versus bad spots, you're licking your chops at this particular game tonight because this is about as bad a spot as you could think of for the New York Rangers. They have had a hellacious 3 days. The 2 games with the Washington Capitals, the much publicized Tom Wilson incident, in that first game against the Rangers, the decision by the player safety department of the NHL to only fine and not suspend Tom Wilson, him playing in the rematch last night, and we saw what happened. The Rangers and the Capitals get into a line brawl, several fights, a very intense, physical, chippy game, and the New York Rangers lose to the Washington Capitals in a game that I think they tried. The energy was there. They were fired up. The emotion, the intensity was there, but they could not get the win. And I think the New York Rangers, by the way, for me, coming into the 2 games against the Capitals this week, they were already bet against material for me, considering the fact that the New York Rangers, when you look at it, they have been pretty much eliminated from the playoffs before the 2 games against Washington. Boston kept winning. The New York Rangers dropped 2 games to the New York Islanders. They announced right before the Islander game on Saturday that Chris Kreider, Jacob Trouba, among others, were being sat out for that game. So the writing was kind of on the wall from the Rangers. They're sort of surrendering and waving the white flag a little bit on the season. But they did get revved up and fired up again by the Tom Wilson incident in an emotional game last night, but they still lost. And now they have to play the second night of back-to-backs after all that physical play last night, all the emotion and intensity in the last 24 to 48 hours, seeing their GM and their president of hockey operations get fired shockingly and unexpectedly as well. That's a reverberating effect on the players. And after all of this, you've got to play on the second night of back-to-back games tonight against the Boston Bruins, who are rested, who are still trying to cement 3rd place in the division, who still want to go into the playoffs playing well and playing good hockey. It's a difficult spot, treacherous situation here for the New York Rangers. I think they're probably very much up against it here tonight to get with the taking on the Boston Bruins. And the Rangers are still very shorthanded. Kreider's probably not coming back. Neither is Trouba. Artemi Panarin is out for the rest of the season after getting hurt in that Tom Wilson incident. And now Pavel Buchnevich, another key top 6 forward, 1-game suspension for cross-checking Anthony Mantha in the face with a stick last night in the game against Washington. So he's not going to play tonight. It's a short-handed team in a brutal spot. It has a flattened clunker spot written all over it tonight for the New York Rangers. So I wouldn't argue with Boston, in regulation, Boston first period. I think the best bet, though, of all these Bruin opinions for me is the puck line. It's minus 1.5. It's still plus 100, plus 105 in most spots, right around even money. It's a decent price. I think the Bruins can win this game by 2 goals or more. And if the Rangers are potentially as flat and disinterested as I think they might be after the last 3 days, it could get away from them and it could get ugly for them. So play of the day for Thursday, May the 6th in NHL action. We're going to take the Boston Bruins on the puck line, minus 1.5, plus 105. That is going to be your play of the day in the NHL on Pub Sports Radio for Thursday, May 6th. I'm Ian Cameron. Thank you as always for watching, and I'll be back tomorrow on Friday with another Pub Sports Radio NHL play.